Welcome back to VRule. It's Wednesday, so we're going to take a quick review of a set and purely look at the artwork. The artwork of the set, that's something I'm going through every set from Modern all the way back down to Vintage. That's the order, and as new sets come out, I think I'll have to either cycle back or maybe I'll jump in on it because it's new and it'll be trending, so we'll see. But for now, I'm going in order on these sets here from newest down to oldest. Before we get into that, real quick here, that giveaway, Galarian Articuno tin, could go to one of you. I'm also giving away 2 3-pack blisters and a mystery Pokemon prize. Haven't quite decided what that one's going to be, but that means there's 4 winners. Like, comment, and subscribe, all the things. You know what you're supposed to do. Specifically, go over to this video here. That's where you need to go and comment to make sure you can be entered to win one of those 4 prizes. So let's jump into it here. Pokelector.com here, a good site to go to get a set list review, see everything you need there. We have done Twilight Masquerade, we looked at Temporal Forces, and now we are on to Paldean Fates. So let's jump into Paldean Fates. Again, we're looking at artwork. EX cards are not going to be exclusive enough to consider in that. The baby shinies, while they're great and cool, I'm not going to be touching upon those. That makes this a much smaller set to be reviewing and taking a look at the artwork. We're going to step out the full arts there, full art shinies and full art trainers, all of it. The double rares, I don't remember what they are with the 2 silver star rarity on there. Those are going to be skipped as well. What we're going to be looking at are illustration rares, special illustration rares, and gold cards. And the gold cards are a little bit more unique for this one, and that's why they are in the running here. We have a few different categories. Work of art, just purely a beautiful work of art, good art for the price. We're going to consider what the market says this thing is worth and not worth the art. All right, the art's not really good enough, and just pass this thing up. We can move on from there. So let's jump over to TCG Player. We can kind of consider the price point, but be realistic. This is about the artwork. I'm going to go with the low-hanging fruit first. We're going to talk gold cards. These are full arts in a different setting here. There's a very minimalistic palette here, the gold, the green, cyan coming in there, bluish, however you want to look at it. Turquoise is a funky one. Where is it blue with green, or is it green with blue? To me, it's more in the cyan pushing green area for me, and I think they all kind of hit the same way. Similar in price across the board. We're going down, what, just about under $5 all the way up to where we at $10.90 here. Interesting that Koraidon is pushing to be the highest of these. That's fine. Actually, the Pokemon takes up the most space on the card. So for these 6 cards, we're going to put them all in the same category, that they're not really worth the art. However, I don't think that they're something you should pass up completely, because the fact that these are unique. These are a unique design. We hadn't seen it until this time. This coloring here, those trainer gallery cards that were black and gold, that was unique with the Pikachu and the Mew and all that. I think those have a special place in the artwork perspective of the Pokemon TCG, and I think these do as well. I can clearly say, easily that I don't think anything's going to hit the category of pass this up, and then because it's such a small sample size. For other sets that review, the fuller sets, not these specialty sets where there's 3,000 baby shinies or whatever taking up all the slots, we probably will have some things that would be considered just pass it up. It's not even worth picking up, but I don't think we're going to see that here today. We're going to go into the illustration rares. These are very simple and easy, and they are just about a dime a dozen. Okay, so the pricing on them is so low. Market price says 35 cents, but it's 5 cents because it's so easy to find them. I picked these up for dirt cheap just to kind of get to that threshold of free shipping and have a few extra ones of these, because for an illustration rare, they cost very, very little, and it makes them interesting. The best one of them, in my opinion, is the Palafin. The worst of them is the Wugtrio, and I think there's a reason for that. This is all very open, bright colors here on the Wugtrio. That's fine and everything. We can enjoy that for what it is, but it becomes even and a little bit boring, and you have the one shiny in the middle and all the other regulars around it. That's fine. When we have the Palafin, we have this darker palette here, very interesting. I think I counted somewhere in the neighborhood of like 12, maybe even 13 of the Finizen in the shadows of this card, so it makes it very very dramatic and interesting that they're all hidden in there, and just this perfect little light coming in here, these little sparkles on the palmy. So I think these are actually pretty easy to rate here, that they're good for the art. We're going to say that they all are good for the art, and actually I believe this Palafin becomes a work of art because it's so dramatic and so interesting. That puts us on special illustration rares. This becomes very simple, very easy, and let's go with the lowest grade all the way up, and we're going to do this relatively quickly. Again, these are not that hard to do here. So I think we can do the trainers first here. Penny, Nimona, Iono, Clive, Arvin. What do we got? 4 or 5 trainers here. Pretty easy to do there. As far as price here, we're at 12 bucks, 10 bucks, 12, 8. Those are all pretty darn good for the price, I'd say. Iono, even still pretty good for the price on Iono, but I want to actually say that Iono's got quite a lot going on, that it becomes an interesting work of art. I really like the Clive where that sits, just because it's so chaotic, so interesting, and this funky cartoon style gives it something more to be a little bit of flavor or flair in the TCG as far as artwork is concerned. Again, artwork is our focus here. No surprise here that Garbodor should be one of the top tier work of art. I mean, if there's a level above that, I think Garbodor just hits it all the way. Absolutely beautiful, stunning card here for that Garbodor EX. If we can just get to that spot here to get a little better look here, yeah, that's great. As far as price-wise, that's up to you. I haven't picked any of these up because of the price point at this point, and I've not been able to pull any of these, but I just really stand by that artwork being quite a beautiful piece to be considering a work of art, probably the best of the set. Probably the best of the set. I personally keep finding myself drawn to this Mew. I could see where people aren't drawn to it, but we're going to put this up here, kind of that mid-tier. Good art for the price. Now the price is pretty high, but that's for the rarity, that's for the uniqueness. I think the artwork is almost worth that work of art, but just shy because of its simplicity. I think it doesn't really quite deserve this high value artistic level, and same with the Charizard. I wasn't a big fan of this one when it came out. It's grown on me a little bit, but I don't know if it quite hits the very top tier. That's our list. The rest is not worth looking at as far as this is concerned from a standpoint of artwork. And I hope you enjoyed it, but thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for your chance to win the Galarian Articuno tin, the 2 3-pack blisters, and the mystery Pokemon prize. But go over here to this video, and that's where you can make that comment to be entered to win one of those 4 prizes. Thank you for stopping by today, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Peace.